Hey guys, Tall Jack here, and about an hour ago they uploaded the first the tournament pickings video. I thought it was going to be live, I thought they all were going to be live like All-Star Battle, but they're all pre-recorded. Well, at least this one and the next one, which is on the 6th of November, at least they're pre-recorded. They're probably all going to be pre-recorded, but then they're posted on those days at 9 PM. So, I mean, it's kind of cool. I kind of prefer that because then we can skip over the starter shooter stuff. I do like starter shooters, and I do play it every day or every other day, but I mean, it's not crazy information for me. I just like to find it and play it on my phone, and I really get into it. But at the moment, we're focusing on Eyes of Heaven. They just need to package it out a little bit more. We've got all the characters, we've got all the characters minus 2 who are going to be a team together, and they're going to be coming out later. It's clearly going to be Jojoni and Josuke, but I'm seeing who exactly they're going to put in with. I'm pretty sure it's going to be another brand new character. But I'll talk about that later. First of all, I'll go into them and how I think of the teams personally. Of course, we've got A block, which is Funny Valentine and Lisa versus Wham and Duel. That's really kind of crazy mixed match, but I thought of Funny Valentine, Lisa, so the President of the United States with a Harmon user, and I thought of calling them the glove teams because they both wear they wear gloves. That's really it. But yeah, I mean, that's also, I guess, I kind of like the Wham and Duel kind of mix, just because, well, you've got Wham who uses wind, and you've got Duel who basically uses water, so it's kind of like a really cool mix there. Just imagine it if they did have, they don't, but if they did have like a dual heat attack, and it could be like Kamizuna Arashi mixed with the water going around, and then you're getting hit by Kamizuna Arashi, and then suddenly out of nowhere, you just got Duel, your Gev just come out and go and go through or something. That would be pretty cool. Next one is Will Zapelli and Koichi versus Part 3 Dio and Jonathan. Part 3 Dio and Jonathan, that's pretty awesome because it's like Dio at his prime with Jonathan at his prime. I say that, but he died at the end of Part 1, so there wasn't any kind of growing up and getting worse and not be able to use Hamon and stuff like that. I really did. I really like the look of this. Will Zapelli and Koichi, that's just like a really weird mismatch. I just imagine Zapelli trying to teach Koichi how to use Hamon, and then you just got Koichi who's just like, oh, I've got to stand. It's already evolved form. Check it out, stuff like that. Next up we got as well, we got Jotaro and Vanilla Ice. This Part 3 Jotaro, by the way, that's pretty cool. I'm looking at that and thinking that's as strong as Kendo Kobayashi said as well. He said they were all like, oh, that is a crazy strong combination right there. I mean, you've got Jotaro, Part 3 Jotaro as well, and then you've got Vanilla Ice with Cream. That can just I can't even get words out. That is actually generally bloody strong. Versus Yukako and Whole Horse. That's pretty cool. I like the idea of that. Because you've got Whole Horse, he's got a female teammate, and possibly that would be really cool if I have an idea that Whole Horse, that he's when you've got the inheriting system, when you inherit their will, I kind of hope that, because when you've got a female on your team with Whole Horse, he kind of gets a little bit more of a boost or something, just because we get a different kind of cutscene, like Caesar with Joseph when Caesar gets KO'd first. I would like to see that, but he's he says one of his famous lines, which is, it doesn't matter if she's beautiful or ugly, she's a woman, and I'll treat them with respect, stuff like that. Anyway, let's move on. Sorry, Avdo and Iggy, that's perfect. Look at that. That is already, that's already made in steel. Now they won't have a DHA. Yeah, DHA. Won't have a dual heat attack. But I mean, it would be pretty cool if they did. But you could heat this. You could heat the sand and make glass. There we go. Taking on Jolene and Jaro. That's pretty damn cool. We've got a Joestar and a Zapelli working together again. So that's always good. Next up, we've got Avdo and Iggy. Oh no, I've done that. Fuck me. Please don't. We've got Fugo and Kakuin. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's I would call them the Maigami team, basically fringe team, as it were, really in English. So the fringe team, Team Fringe versus Cars and Pet Shop, which could be Team Flight. There we go. We've got a double one there. kind of cool. I'm liking that combination. We've got a good combination there with Fugo and Kakuin, and in Cars and Pet Shop, that's also cool. They're just both flying around, and then Kakuin can use Hierophant Green to kind of like reach and like pull them down or climb up on them. And then you got Fugo, which you could actually like reimagine a part of the of part 5 when we first see Purple Haze use his what do you call it, meat eating his meat dissolving virus, where we can actually have, instead of just a normal crow flying past, it could be Pet Shop and just melt. Next up, we've got Joseph and Dio Brando. Well, I always call Dio will be part 3 Dio, and Dio Brando is always part 1. So we've got Joseph and Dio Brando. That's crazy. It's like your grandfather's murderer, and technically your father's murderer. Well, yeah, your father's murderer, basically. Where with the body of your grandfather. I mean, that's pretty wrong, isn't it? You have to team up with them against Caesar and Shigechi. Okay, that's mixed matched, but it is Joseph versus Caesar, which is awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing that one as well. That's going to be a good one. Next up, Speedwagon and Hermes versus Narancia and Scary Monsters Diego. Now, Speedwagon and Hermes, that is all sorts of what the fuck. But Narancia and Diego, I kind of like, and I can't put my finger on why. But I just like that. It sounds like a good combi. Narancia and Diego. Don't know why. It just does. I mean, can you imagine if you just like turns Narancia's Aerosmith into like a pterodactyl, and it starts flying around at people? That'd be crazy. I would love that, actually. That'd be silly. Next one is Stroheim and I can't even read my own writing. Okuyasu, sorry, versus Narancia and AC/DC. I wrote them all down so I can just get through them. Stroheim and Okuyasu, again, that's really weird. I mean, that would be cool, actually, if, when Stroheim's using his different guns and stuff, and then Okuyasu can, like, basically transport them, so it's like, rocket comes out, and he could be like, and then it would be, like, already, like, blowing up people and stuff. That sounds crazy. Mariah and AC/DC, another mixed match, kind of weird. It'd be like, it's like, she would use her technique, and you just got AC/DC's nose ring go like that out. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not it's meh. Next up, Weather and Kawajiri again. Weather and Kawajiri Kosaku versus Otoishi and Pucci. Now that is all sorts of weird teams right there. I mean, we've got Weather and Kawajiri. I guess you could actually speed up. I mean, Weather could use the wind to speed up the speed up the air bullets, really. Like all the air bombs, he can basically be like, like bloop bloop, and it's coming for you, and he can use the wind to get behind it and go. So, I mean, that sounds actually cool. Again, like I said, it's like Narancia and Diego Scary Monsters. There's just something about that team that just sounds really cool. I like that. Otoishi and Pucci, Jesus, that's really weird. But I like the fact that it's actually Weather versus Pucci, so it's twin versus twin. Kind of like that. We're going to see that happening, so I'm really looking forward to that. That's pretty cool, actually. I mean, the Otoishi and Kawajiri as well. I guess that's kind of cool. It's like they've not technically met, and stuff like that. Next up, Polnareff and Rohan versus Mr. and Jonah. Mr. and Jonah already have a DHA. We're probably going to see that at the end of that video. We do actually see Gold Experience and Requiem. When they're doing a little teaser for the next episode for the first part of the tournament, and they had Gold Experience Requiem, and it's basically just a rehash taken from the All-Star Battle. I do like the fact that actually when you use it, it does stun the characters in like the area, like just the area around you, that looked really cool. Where were we? Oh yeah, Mr. and Jonah, perfect Polnareff and Rohan. That is just weird. That's weird. But you could make it so when Rohan went to Paris and he goes to the Louvre and stuff like that, he meets up with Polnareff out of nowhere, and he's like, oh, do you draw manga? And Rohan's like, oh yeah, I draw manga. Yes, I'm a mangaka. And then he's like, oh wow. And then he's like, oh, I respect French people, because that's the kind of thing Rohan wouldn't say. I'm not saying anything bad against French people. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Next up we have Johnny and Josuke versus Old Joseph and Kira. Johnny and Josuke, there we go. We got two Joestars there. I like that team again. It would be really funny because they actually mentioned this in the thing as well. What did they say? It was Kendo Kobayashi, and he said, "Can you imagine if he just straight up healed Johnny's legs, and he just like stood up and he's like, yes!" That would power him up quite a bit because then he could also walk about as well as ride. He could ride the horse, or he could walk about even and then run around fast and be like pew 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 pew. Get his foot up, pew 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 pew. That's a pretty good one. Old Joseph and Kira, that's a mixed match as well. It's completely... But I kind of like it because I just like to imagine Old Joseph as in like Super Old Joseph from Part 4, where he's just like really old and he can't hear, and Kira's like telling him to do stuff. He's like, "What? What's that, Sonny? Marty, it's me!" And the last one, which is Diego, as in the world Diego, and Part 4 Jotaro, against the two characters that have not come out yet. So I'm looking forward to those two. Like I said, it's clearly going to be... one of them's going to be Josuke, but I don't know if they're going to have Anasui, or they're going to put in like a new character there. Who knows? But one of them has to be Josuke. Even it might be a new Part 8 character. Who knows? Yeah. So the next video, I like this. I like the teams. There's a lot of mismatched teams. I don't mind that though. It's good. It's better to have a mixed match than just to have like, okay, let's have all the teams up and show all the DHAs off the bat, because that's the kind of thing I like, is where if they were to do that, and because it's AI fighting AI, I do think they're going to do All-Star Battle where they have people playing at some points, but I'm pretty sure it's just AI versus AI, so anything goes. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Like I said, I'd prefer it if they didn't have too many teams together. So, you sit down with the game and you start using different characters together, trying to get these new dual heat attacks out, and that's what I like. Yeah, like I said, next video will be, again, 9 PM on the 6th of November. At the end, like I said, they showed the gold experience for Requiem and how he starts up, and they also showed Gyro's great heat attack, his ultimate attack basically, which is, like, again, of course, a rehash from All-Star Battle. I don't mind, I love it. I'm looking forward to seeing this next tournament. I'll do another video when that's finished. I just like to do videos and like have a little, have a little chat with you guys and girls, and just be like, whoa, how you think it's gonna win out of all of these? Anyway, now we know what the whole tournament's gonna be. Who would be your choice out of those to win? I mean, if I were to say like one combination, only one that I'd love to see go to the top, either the World Diego and Part 4 Jotaro, because you could call them the time stop team, and I would love to see them get to the top. I'm looking forward to seeing the unknown characters, although I'm going to say it's probably, like I said, Josuke and someone completely brand new. Who else would I like to see? There's actually, I mean, Jotaro Part 3 and Vanilla Ice, that's pretty damn strong, that's going to be doing some damage. Fugon Kakuin, that would be a nice one. But if I were to say only one, yeah, Diego and Jotaro, Diego, the World Diego, and Part 4 Jotaro, I would really like to see get to the top. I mean, that would be pretty damn awesome. Look forward for the next characters. They did say that the characters, as always, are coming out in Jump, weekly Jump and stuff like that. There wasn't too much this week, as you see in my previous video, but of course we'll be doing next week's and the weeks after. So hopefully it should be the next new characters that are joining, those two should be revealed next week if they're going to go for it, because 6th of November's coming soon. Anyway, I do apologise for making this a bit too long, but thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be doing it next time as well. I will write down the teams all over, and we can all have a discussion on Facebook and Twitter, all of the social media shows now. So, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later. Don't know why I did a punch.